You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glicod. Glicod.com.
Glicod's coverage of Jim Butner Auto Southern Indiana High School basketball starts now.
Glicod's coverage of Southern Indiana High School basketball brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, where they're striving to keep you driving. Tonight's game has for our Southern Indiana basketball kickoff tonight the Charlestown Pirates. Charlestown Pirates at 1-0 taking on the Silver Creek Dragons. They are also 1-0. Got a brand new coach in Coach Matt Lynch for Charlestown, and that adds an extra interesting wrinkle that we will talk about through the night, just because new coach and a lot of new players. I'd like to welcome you to our broadcast. I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me is Jeff Cooper as our analyst this evening. Colby Martin is running our computer, and Yahir Velasquez is on the camera for us. Velasco, I knew I was going to get it wrong. On the camera for us, a student here at Silver Creek High School, so we're thankful for him for being here. Well, Jeff, let's just talk real briefly. Again, both teams come in 1-0. Obviously, both teams lost a lot. Silver Creek, the defending state champions and in 3A, so but of course they graduated two huge players from the program, and this Charlestown team graduated just a slew of seniors last year, so they are very, very young.
Yeah, Charlestown lost 9 of 11 of their players. They lost quantity. Of course, Silver Creek had the two Division I players, Trey Hoffman ran and Cooper Jacoby, and that made up for pretty good size, over 50-60% of their scoring done by those two players. But they got a good one back in Brandon Northern, who had a big first game for them the other night, and also Trey Shane back from that team from last year, just getting around into shape after football. So Charlestown's got, like you said, got a lot of young players trying to work some new guys into their system with a new coach. So it should be really interesting.
All right. Well, speaking of a new coach, I had the chance to talk to Matt Lynch, the new Charlestown Pirates coach, not that long ago. He is in his sixth season, or he's got 6 seasons under his belt of head coach experience from Tell City. He's 70-50. This is his first season with Charlestown, and so we We'll come back in just a few moments and talk to him. But first, let's look at the schedule. A look at this week's schedule on Glicod is presented by 9 Round Fitness in Clarksville. Experience 9-round workout for free with no obligations. Visit them at 1225 Veterans Parkway in Clarksville. And that schedule includes obviously a huge matchup in Kentucky 6A football, and that would be St. X and Male for the state championship on Saturday night. You can catch that one on WFIA 94.7 with Chris LeBar and Bob Redmond. Again, that's WFIA 94.7. Then next week on December 8th, we've got girls high school basketball action for you. The Floyd Central Highlanders will be back here at 3A, defending 3A state champion Silver Creek in girls basketball action. I will be back with Paul Love for that one. And then next Friday, we've got boys basketball action, the Jeff Red Devils at the Seymour Owls, and that one's with Chris LeBar and Jeff Cooper live from Seymour. So that's your schedule, again, brought to you by 9 Round Fitness in Clarksville. Well, let's step away, hear from some of our great sponsors here on Glicod, and when we return, we'll have the interview with Matt Lynch from Charlestown.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
I'm your cat, and ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page, with offices in Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville. To find out how Allstate can put you in good hands, or for a free quote, call Packy at 812-202-7271.
And welcome back to Glicod's coverage of Charlestown versus Silver Creek tonight. And I am with head coach of the Charlestown Pirates, Matt Lynch, in his first season here at Charlestown, and 1-0 coming off a win over New Washington. Well, Coach, we're into the new season here, and I guess a first question would be on that New Washington game. And out of the gate, you get a win. It's a tight one, but a win's a win to start your season off. How's that feel for your locker room?
Yeah, we're happy to get the win. We felt like there was a lot of mistakes that we made, and we probably made the game closer than what it should have been. We were up, 9 about halfway through the fourth quarter, and had a lot of turnovers. But the good thing is we gave up the lead, and we still found a way to win at the end. And with an inexperienced group, I think that's very important, especially early on in the season. So we're happy to get out of New Washington with a win. They're a quality basketball team, and I think they'll win a lot of games at the 1A level this year. But now we put all of our focus to Silver Creek.
Well, and as far as that, your team and coming out of the off season and into this new season, unless I'm mistaken, your first year with Charlestown, even though you've been head coach for a number of years down in the Tell City area, but this team lost a number of players, correct? So including a lot of the starters and so forth. So how has it been trying to get this young team to gel?
Yeah, I think they graduated 8 seniors last year. And then the only really varsity experience that we had coming back into this season was Chase Benner, which is a 6'6" senior for us, but he broke his foot in the last game of the football sectional. So basically we're starting this year with a bunch of inexperienced guys as far as varsity experience. But they've been working really hard in practice. They're being coachable. They want to get better. They're working, they're doing everything we're asking them to do. We just make a lot of young mistakes, and we're hoping that throughout this season, through practice and through game experience, we can fix those. So I can't be, more happy with the group of guys. We have some guys that are very talented. Jake Helton, he had 20 points for us in the win at New Wash, and he played very little varsity last year. So I guess he has a little bit of experience, but he's kind of, I've kind of put the leadership role on him now, especially with Chase being out the first part of the season. So guys are working hard in practice. They're getting better every day. And as a coach, that's all you can ask.
Well, and I was going to mention Jake Helton because that 20 points, that really, like you said, was that a bit of a surprise, or did you see that in him as you rolled through practice coming up to this first ball game?
Yeah, I mean, he had a good summer for us. He was our leading scorer in the summer, and through the first 12 practices before heading into that game, he's been our go-to guy. So I expected that from him. And 20 points when you only score 44 is different than 20 points when you score 70. So he almost had half of our points, and he's a really good player offensively. He can shoot, he can get to the rim. So hopefully we can continue to get that output from him, but we also know that he's now going to be the focal point of other teams' defenses, and we're going to have to be more creative in ways that we can get him the ball in scoring positions.
Well, and then what do you know about this Silver Creek team? Obviously, not much tape to watch on them from this season with just one game under their belt as well. They graduated, of course, a whole lot of scoring and players. Just your thoughts as you've begun to try to scout up Silver Creek.
Yeah, obviously they lost Jacoby and Hoffman Wren, so they're kind of revamping their offense a little bit, but they still got, Northern running the show at the point, and, he had 31 points in their opening game against Columbus East, so, we know that he's a really good player, but they also, they've kind of built that culture there where they expect to win, and they're still going to be really, really good and really tough to beat, but, we'll try to go in there and prove that we're a different Charlestown team than the Charlestown teams in the past. I think the last 3 times we've played Silver Creek, they beat us by 40 or more points. So hopefully, we get a better outcome than that. And, we'll try to take it one quarter at a time. And we feel like we have a good game plan. We just got to go out there and execute.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you so much.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glicod.
It's time for the Keys to the Game. Tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Mack Construction. Mack Construction provides safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation. Visit mackconstruction.com. And
number one, they've got to control Brandon Northern off a 31-point game. He makes everything go for Silver Creek, and they scored 44 in their first game against New Washington. I think they need to put at least 50 to 55 points on the board to try to be in this thing. For Silver Creek, they've got Northern obviously had the big game, but they've got a lot of young players, and they got to try to balance the scoring out a little bit. And I feel like that the size advantage is definitely going to be with Silver Creek. They need to take advantage of that when they can.
All right, those are the Mack Construction Keys to the Game. Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Mack Construction. Visit mackconstruction.com. When we return, I had the chance to talk to Brandon Hoffman from Silver Creek High School, two-time state champion, and of course also a 14-game win streak dating all the way back to January 30th of 2021. So let's step away. When we come back, we'll hear from Brandon Hoffman of the Silver Creek Dragons.
Busy, always on the go. And when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it is not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities, the Department of Mental Health and Addictions, and Our Place.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want an escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glicod.
And welcome back to pregame here tonight at Silver Creek High School for a matchup between the Silver Creek Dragons hosting the Charlestown Pirates. And I'm with head coach Brandon Hoffman of the Silver Creek Dragons. And Coach Hoffman, as the season is just underway, 1-0. Obviously, a lot to replace from last year. And so just your thoughts as you come into this season on what kind of team you're going to have and how you're going to play this year.
Well, I think obviously the personnel is going to be a lot different than what we had, the last 3 or 4 years.
Right.
But everybody knew that was coming. You can't hold on to players forever. So, our JV team was really good last year. I think the players that we're playing are going to be really good. They may be better towards the end of the year than what they are now. But I'm really excited about this group. There's actually a lot of competition between the team, guys trying to earn minutes and earn different roles in the team. So it's kind of exciting. It's a challenge. And I think this is one of those teams to where it's a fluid team. And I think we're going to be a lot better in February than what we are now. With that being said, I was really happy with how we played on Wednesday, against Columbus East. I thought we showed some really good things and we battled and happy to come out with a win. So, the players are different, but the standards are the same.
Well, and absolutely. And as you said, a nice win at home over a Columbus East team that won by 12. And so a nice way to start the season. I guess something else to note just going into this year too, right, is as defending state champions, you're going to have just about everybody's going to have you circled on their schedule, right? Is that something that the team kind of knows?
And that's a sign of respect, really, to our program. I think, it may be a little amplified this year because, we graduated Trey and Cooper and a couple of those other seniors, here the last few years. So they may think we're more vulnerable than years past, but that just adds another chip on the shoulder for our players as well.
Right, absolutely. Well, and speaking of your players, just through, I know just one game under your belt, and you said there's a lot of competition. Who might the fans, especially maybe tonight, whose numbers might we be calling? I know Brandon Northern had a big game that first game, but just otherwise, who else might we hear from on this Silver Creek team tonight?
Well, anybody that's watched us play the last couple of years know Trey Shane. It's a lot of fun to watch. He's just a great athlete, and he's a playmaker on both ends of the court. And Trey's always going to make his presence felt. Our other senior, Zach Stricker, is one of those guys who played behind two of the best players in school history last year. And a lot of other teams in the state, he would have got a lot of minutes last year, but this is his year. I think he's going to have a breakout year. And Zach's a lot like Trey, and they just go till they fall. They play it super hard. One player that we're really excited to have back is Kyle Roberts. Kyle was a freshman for us last year. We had high hopes for him as a freshman, and he tore his ACL, and so he's back healthy. Last week against Columbus East, he had 16 points. And Kyle's arguably our best shooter and is a really good athlete. So, having him back and healthy is a big boost for our program.
Absolutely. Well, now, as far as this Charlestown team goes, now they graduated a whole lot as well, plus a new coach. So a little bit tough to scout, I would imagine. But just your thoughts on what kind of team the Pirates might put on the floor tonight.
Well, Charlestown's going to get our best shot, first of all, because, we respect their program. Matt, I've known Matt for a long time, and Matt's a tremendous coach. His time at New Albany as an assistant, and then his time at Tell City as a head coach. I was kind of a little upset when he got the job at Charlestown just because he's a really good coach. He hate to have somebody in their conference be well coached, but he did a great job. And if you look at them, 6'2" across the board, really, 6'4", 6'1", and so they have really good basketball bodies. They're tall, they're long and athletic. So physical wise, they have a nice set of players. So it's going to be a challenge for us on rebounding. It's going to be a challenge for us in terms of physical play, but Yeah, nothing but the respect for Charlestown. Matt's going to do a tremendous job there.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. Have a great game.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
I'm your cat, and ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
As COVID-19 continues in our community, we are seeing increased cases in the younger population. While severity may be lower, there are still many health issues associated with infection, risk of transmission to other vulnerable citizens, and increasing the rate of development of variant strains. This is why the CDC recommends you get vaccinated. For more information or to schedule a COVID-19 vaccine or test, visit www.clarkhealth.net. Again, that's www.clarkhealth.net.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glicod.
As we return to Silver Creek High School, where the Charlestown Pirates are here to take on the Silver Creek Dragons. The Dragons are defending 3A state champions. We are going to step away and hear from some more of our wonderful sponsors, and then we will have starting lineups and tip when we come back.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
One fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Silver Guy?
What?
need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glicod, it's Jim Butner Auto Southern Indiana High School Basketball. Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. By Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. By the Clark County Health Department, promoting a safe and healthy community. ClarkHealth.net. By Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives. By Centra Credit Union, Carter Family Dentistry in New Albany, State Farm Insurance Agent Teresa Lamb, Our Place, Burns Garage, Priority Radiology, and Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. Now to courtside for all the action from Glicod on Jim Butner Auto Southern Indiana High School Basketball.
As we are back at Silver Creek High School for the Silver Creek Dragons hosting the Charlestown Pirates tonight. Southern Indiana High School basketball brought to you by Jim Butner Auto here on Glicod. Dr. Todd Carter and Jeff Cooper alongside me. It's time for starting lineups. First, let's go with the Charlestown Pirates. They will go in numerical order here. Jake Ottersbach, a junior forward. Trace Thierman, a 6'1" junior guard. Austin Pickerel, a 6'2" sophomore forward. Jake Helton, a 6'2" junior guard. And Carson Higdon, a 6'4" sophomore at forward. Should say that Jake Helton there coming off a 20-point performance against New Washington. Now for the home Silver Creek Dragons, they will go as follows. Kyle Roberts, a 6'1" sophomore guard. Trey Shane, a 6-foot senior guard. Cameron Wheeler, a 6'3" junior forward. Brandon Northern, a 6-foot senior guard. And Zach Stricker, a 6'2" senior forward. Should also note Brandon Northern coming off a big game against Columbus East. Northern with 31 points and 5 rebounds, including 6 3-point buckets. Also have just a few moments here, so let's go ahead and look at our storylines. Tonight's storylines brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Be a part of the youth empowerment movement at voiceindiana.org. Well, and those are really a couple thoughts. One, of course, that Silver Creek, a defending 3A state champion, and so they're going to have to defend that and be circled on everybody's schedule all year long. We also have who's going to emerge in the Mid-Southern Conference. Will Silver Creek stay there? Brownstown, we've got this Charlestown team tonight, so that's also interesting. And then noting, too, that Jake Helton for these Charlestown Pirates, and they are very young. Jeff, we talked about that a little earlier in pregame. Jake Helton had 20, but he had 20 of 24 points, so that's a big...
Yeah, almost half their points.
Almost half their points. So that's one of those, if Silver Creek really locks down on him, how does Charlestown deal with that? Any other thoughts on our stories here tonight?
Well, I mean, this Silver Creek's got a little bit more experience, obviously back. They both have their first game jitters. That's all done now, so you just come out and play. And Charlestown is going to come out and play hard for their coach, and they're trying to get the system going. And Silver Creek's got a tradition to uphold now, so let's see where we get to.
So we've got Cameron Wheeler and Jake Ottersbach to jump it off, and tipped into the backcourt, into the hands there of Trey Shane, and then Northern brings it across. Working out high is Kyle Roberts. Now Northern, left wing, look to drive it, steps back, tries the three, can't get it to go. Fight, scrum for the board underneath. And we've got a push, and I believe that's going to be on Otter's back.
Silver Creek may have gotten away with an over the back there.
That was Cameron Wheeler in there.
Yep.
Otter's back's first. So ball triggered into the hands of Northern, drives the lane and tries to dump it off to Wheeler, and Wheeler wasn't quite expecting it.
Yeah, just a hair off, too. Silver Creek's going to come out here to 2-2-1, try to put some pressure on these young Charlestown players.
So Helton is in the backcourt, number 32, with the ball now, just as you're watching. Now cross-court pass, dump off, now in the hands of Pickrell. Pickrell works it out high, dumps it right to Higdon. Higdon trying to get it down in underneath and couldn't quite connect with Helton. Ball out of bounds, but that's off a white jersey. So
hit Shane in the foot, went out of bounds there.
Yeah, Pirates to trigger.
Whole team starting out man.
That's Higdon with it, tries to get it back out and knocked away, and then Northern comes up with it, takes it to the other end, lays it up and in.
Good Euro step there by Northern. Started out right, ended up on the left side for an easy one.
Pickrell, dangerous pass there, but finds Higdon. Dumps it off, that's Thierman, and then on the left, back to Pickrell, takes the three and nails it.
Nice shot there by Pickrell. They did a good job on the press there. Didn't bother him a bit.
So just underway here. Second ball game of the season. Both teams first for you on Glicod for our 2021-22 action. And Northern got in deep, dumped it back out to Wheeler, and a Wheeler with that three-point basket.
Northern's got to be careful as the game goes on. He gets up in the air there. He's got to make sure he knows where it's going before he does.
Pickrell trapped, dumps it off to Thierman. Thierman, throws it away. That's Roberts. Roberts with the left hand up and in, and we've got a timeout on the floor. So we will take a timeout as well and hear from wonderful folks at Centra Credit Union. Come on back for more on Glicod.
Is a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glicod.
Home Dragons leading by 4 coming out of that first timeout by Matt Lynch. And Pirates to trigger and throwing the ball away is Jake Helton. He was trying to find Higdon on the sideline there.
Well, that's one thing Charlestown can't do. That's 3 turnovers already on this press. And the first couple times it didn't bother him. Got to take care of the ball.
Roberts to trigger. Pitches it in, finds Northern. And then on the right, back to Roberts, who shoots the 3. It won't go. Long rebound. Comes off into the hands of Stricker. Now back to Northern to reset. Roberts with it. Now right side. And now Stricker around the horn. Wheeler. And back to Northern. Shoots the 3 off the front iron. And long rebound comes out to Kyle Roberts. So good rebounding thus far by the Dragons. And that's Stricker in there deep. He got in, couldn't do anything with it. Had it poked away. And Higdon ends up on the ground.
Into the game for the Pirates.
So on that jump ball, Charlestown will take possession.
Stricker there trying to be just a little too unselfish. He should have went up with that ball there.
Grayson Connell, new in the ball game, takes a couple dribbles, shoots the 3, can't get it to go, and battle for the rebound. It's off a white jersey. That was Jake Otter's back, and a couple of those Dragons battling for it there on the baseline. So 4-point lead. for the home Dragons, and a striped shirt comes in. Didn't like the way they were stacked up there. Just a little too much extracurricular before the whistle.
Yeah, Northern and Pickerel kind of going at it here.
And Pickerel whistled for the technical.
Wow.
So that's his first. Figured rather than commentate that, I just kind of let you watch, and we'll see what was going to happen. I wasn't sure, but so technical foul against Austin Pickerel, and Brandon Northern, who's got 2 points thus far this evening at the line, and he swishes the first of the free tosses. And see if Northern can build the lead to 6. Second one up and knocked home as well. So 4 points for Northern and a 6-point lead for the home Dragons. Roberts to trigger on the near sideline.
Pickerel going to come out and get his head on here. Kind of got baited into that one a little bit by Northern.
Northern really kind of playing pretty savvy there. Roberts on the right side. The Wheeler around the horn, back to Northern on the left. Trying to look through traffic, directs a little traffic, gets it to Stricker. And now the right to Trey Shane. Trey Shane dumps off to Stricker. He thought about the 3, takes it inside, dumps it back off into the hands of Wheeler. And Wheeler for 2. Does it from outside and inside.
Good job avoiding the charge right there.
And we've got a timeout on the floor, so we'll take a timeout as well. Come on back for more here on Glicod.
You never know who you're going to run into at a Skyline. I moved to Cincinnati, and I was playing in bands. I met Michael, and we've been playing and writing music ever since. We live 300 feet from a Skyline, and we go there constantly.
And I'm sure there have been multiple times where we've gone before a show and then after the show. Any time for us is Skyline time.
It has a feeling kind of like those mom and pop diners, also like a deep charm for me.
It's just good hangs there at Skyline.
With an 8-point lead coming out of the timeout, the Dragons have built this with some outside shooting and some good passing to get some inside looks as well. Let's see if Charlestown can cut into this. Jeff, your thoughts thus far?
Yeah, I mean, Charlestown's got to do a better job taking care of the basketball on the press. There's the charge.
And there's a charge. That goes against Jake Helton. And his first.
That's 5 turnovers, counting the technical foul now on Charlestown. I mean, definitely have to slow that down a little bit.
So Northern will work the ball past timeline. And then works, gets a lane, and takes it right up and in. And he's just got that first step that's so much better than most of the players you'll find in the area.
Very quick.
And a little adventure there, but finally into the hands of Jake Helton. Against coming off a 20-point performance against New Washington. And takes it down, and from the high block, gets it to go.
Well, that's a tough shot, too.
It was. Quickly down to Roberts, then to Northern. Thought about the 3, puts it on the deck instead, runs into traffic. And one too many steps there, turnover.
Yep. Got in amongst the middle of the defense there.
Triggering the ball here will be Connell.
Now they're back in the 2-2-1. They keep switching up the presses a little bit from man to the 2-2-1. Opposites open or.
And trying to get the ball to Helton, had it knocked away. Roberts comes up with it there. Roberts takes the 3. Man backed off of him, and he was wide on that, but picked up by Trey Shane, and he popped it right back up and through.
Another timeout for Charlestown.
Another timeout. We will keep it here this go-round as Charlestown Pirates not not looking like what Matt Lynch wants them to look like. Again, the Pirates in that first game, they defeated New Wash, but that was they got behind and ended up coming back to win that one 44-43. And they just so far haven't been able to get their offense on track.
No, they can't. Well, they're having trouble getting the ball up the court.
Right.
And they've had one good open look for a three, and they hit it. And they've missed a three, and then Helton got the tough two down there, 2 for 3 from the floor, but they've got 6 turnovers. And, while Silver Creek hasn't missed a 2-point attempt yet, they're 1 for 5 for 3. But, so far that hasn't really hurt them. And, they have 3 turnovers as well. And you're going to have more turnovers earlier in the year. You just are. I mean, you got new kids playing, and it's a tough opponent. But they certainly need to just tighten it up a little bit here and relax.
So Silver Creek has built a 10-point lead with 3:43 left here in the first. Pickrell triggers and ends up in the hands of Connell, then tries to push it forward and knocked out of bounds. That was Shane with the quick hands there.
Yeah, Shane is definitely the key to this press. He's all over the floor.
So triggering, Pickrell, and that's into Helton. Helton works it out high against Shane, takes it inside, dumps it off down inside, and that was into the hands of Ethan French. French new in the ball game for the Pirates. And then Northern knocks down the 3. So 9 points for Northern, half the Silver Creek points thus far. Thierman gets it back to Pickrell. Pickrell to Thierman, left side.
Silver Creek doing a good job denying passes.
Now taking it around was French. Got it up on the rim. It wouldn't fall, but the foul comes. Let's see who that's against.
Silver Creek foul
and
12,
that's against
Murley.
Cooper Murley,
Teams first.
5'11" junior guard.
Number 13, Ethan French, will try 2.
French knocks home the first of the free tosses.
Silver Creek getting some subs in early, trying to get some playing time for all these kids.
Well, Coach said they had a lot of competition for spots as French misses that second free throw. Stricker comes down with it. Coach Hoffman said they had a lot of kids battling for spots, so getting them game time is important.
Absolutely.
Northern with it, works at top of the key, takes a shot. That was partially blocked, knocked out of bounds, and trying to recover that, Zach Stricker stepped on the inline.
Yeah, he should have. I don't think he knew it was tipped. He should have just let it go, but he had no way of knowing that.
Pickrell triggers, finds French, back to Pickrell. Now the Dragons back off just in their half-court defense. 10-point lead remains here for the Dragons. Pickrell dumps it right side. That's Connell. Connell working against Murley. Gets trapped in the corner. Gets it to Pickrell. Back to Connell. And Connell takes the 3. Knocks it home right in front of the Silver Creek bench.
Nice looking shot there.
6'1" freshman guard Grayson Connell with a big 3.
Stepped right into that one.
Roberts with it on the left. Around the horn, Stricker, then to Northern. Murley and finds Stricker. Can't get it to go. Knocked into the hands of Pickrell. Austin Pickrell working against Northern.
One thing Northern won't do is force it on offense. He will let the shots come to him. He'll be a little bit more aggressive this year than he was last year, but he's still not going to force it.
So back to Pickrell. And dumps it left. That's Helton. And then in the corner there to Thierman. Thierman takes a couple dribbles, picked up his dribble, and we got a push.
Yep.
It's going to go against Roberts. And that was against, Helton was the victim there. So Kyle Roberts with his first foul.
Three-pointer just cut it to 7. They just need to take their time now, run a little clock, and get another bucket here and cut it to 5 or 4.
Helton triggers to Pickerel, and then back to Helton. He dumps it off down low, and putting it up and in is Trace Thierman. His first 2 points of the night. Cuts it to 5. And the Dragons nearly threw it away. Well, I'll tell you what, Colby, we will take one of those 30-second spots. Let's go ahead and grab that. We'll be back. 1 minute to go in the first quarter here on Glicod.
I'm your cat, and ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glicod.
Cutting into the lead to 5 points with 1 minute and 1 second left. Here in the first quarter, the Charlestown Pirates have made a little run and cut that lead in half, but now the Dragons, coming out of the timeout, want to see if they can't build something back. That's Wheeler to Stricker. Through the hands of Shane to Murley. Takes a three, can't get it to fall. Ethan French comes up with it. Dumps it off to Helton, who will bring it across the stripe.
Nice job by Charlestown here, settling down here, getting in the flow of the game.
Thierman backs it out. Now between circles there. And he telegraphed that pass too much. Shane stepped in the way and waved off travel. That was just a little too much of a Euro step there by Shane. The defender played that very well.
Absolutely. He did a Euro step and then a little hop, and that's what got him.
And Trey Shane, certainly a fabulous athlete. We saw that during football season as he could really make things happen. Pickerel looks to trigger and nearly knocked away by Shane.
Shane definitely the man on the press that makes it go. He's already forced 2 or 3 turnovers.
Well, and son of the girls basketball coach here at Silver Creek, and so grew up in the gym. There's Shane again, knocked it away into the hands of Stricker. He gets in the lane, turns it around, and bangs it home.
That's another play made there by Trey Shane.
Connell will bring it across timeline as the first quarter winds down. Back to a 7-point lead for the Dragons. Thierman to Pickerel. Pickerel, 2 seconds left. Is going to have to either give it up. He just didn't do it quite in time. That brings our first quarter to a close. Our score, the home Dragons 20 and the Pirates 13. Come on back. Second quarter action coming up.
COVID-19 continues in our community. We are seeing increased cases in the younger population. While severity may be lower, there are still many health issues associated with infection, risk of transmission to other vulnerable citizens, and increasing the rate of development of variant strains. This is why the CDC recommends you get vaccinated. For more information or to schedule a COVID-19 vaccine or test, visit www.clarkhealth.net. Again, that's www.clarkhealth.net.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Basketball on Glicod.
Tonight's Southern Indiana basketball brought to you by Jim Butner Auto, striving to keep you driving here on Glicod. 20-13 our score, and Jeff Cooper had an interesting take on these teams coming out of that first quarter.
Well, there was not a 2-point field goal missed in that quarter. Charlestown 3 for 3, Creek 6 for 6, so 9 for 9. Well, nobody missed a 2-point shot.
And Pickerel stepping into the passing lane there, takes it away from Roberts, goes to the other end, could not get it to go, but does draw the foul.
Yeah, he got there just a little bit late on that and started leaning back before the contact.
So Pickerel will step to the line. He's got a made 3 thus far this evening.
He's done a good job of settling down, getting after that technical.
Silver Creek foul, number 2. Kyle Roberts, his second.
So Roberts, as you hear the PA announcer there saying that was his second. And Pickerel has a chance to cut into this 7-point lead.
At the line for
2 opportunities.
15, Austin Pickerel.
And eyes the first, bangs it home.
Looking.
As we work into the second quarter, a reminder that our ticker is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto. Second of those free throws made, so 5 points now for Pickerel, and is a leading scorer for the Pirates thus far. Trey Shane looks to drive it, holds up at the free throw line, gives it to Stricker. Stricker with kind of a big hook in there, can't get it to go, battling for it. And that's Hoffman, Walker Hoffman, and then banging it home was Northern.
Well, there's our first 2 2-point misses.
Sure enough, we could put the broadcaster jinx on them, I guess.
There we go.
Silver Creek fans wouldn't be happy about that. And we got a grab here right in front of the Silver Creek bench.
Silver Creek foul number 0.
Stricker works really hard down there on the offensive glass. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, that's just going to say Hayden Garden new in the ball game. Garton, I should say, with the foul. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, Silver Creek's got 6 offensive rebounds so far.
Pickerel looks to take it in, ends up dumping it back out to Connell. Now Thierman. Thierman dumps it down to French in that right corner. Back out Pickerel. Pickerel left hand over to Connell. Back to Pickerel. Looks for a lane. Drives into traffic. Gets it back out to Connell. Connell with the 3. Can't get it to go. High off the iron. And Hoffman comes down with the rebound. Sets a little screen for Northern there. Working against French. Dumps it off to Trey Shane off front iron. But good rebound there by Stricker. Missed and then tries to battle it through. Finds Shane. And Shane gets it to roll in.
Wow. Stricker really being a horse on the boards.
And then Stricker just got a little too much body there on Trace Thierman.
Yep. Now they've got the lead back up to 9, so Charlestown really needs to run their sets. They had a good open look last time from Connell and made that 3. It just didn't drop. But they just need to run some set and get a bucket here. They're fine.
Triggering in was Helton. And French using a little screen. Works it down into the lane. It's working against Hoffman. Dumped it back out Helton. And then Pickerel has that pass knocked away, trying to find Jake Ottersbach.
I think it was
and
on
a little
Stricker.
shove. Yeah, was that on? No, let's see. Yes, that was on Stricker. That's his second, very quickly.
Foul number 30, Zach Stricker.
So Stricker,
His first, team 6.
too quickly.
In for Charlestown, number
And
35,
Stricker will go to the bench, and Bryce Henderson
Number 11, Bryce Henderson.
checks in. Ball into Ottersbach. Ottersbach over to Higdon. Higdon takes the 3, and he rattles it home. That one touched about 8 points on the rim before it went in, but it was good.
Nice play there.
Back to a 5-point lead for the Dragons, and then trying to find Henderson underneath. He gets shoved.
Yep.
See, that's against.
I believe it's Helton.
It is.
32,
Jake Helton.
His second. Team's fourth.
That's his second. Shane has done a great job keeping Hilton off the scoreboard. He hit one basket early, and it was a tough shot.
Ball into Northern. Working against Pickerel. Gets a little screen there from Hoffman. Now Northern down the middle lane. Jump step. Throws it up there. Can't get it to go, but draws the foul.
They may have bailed him out on that one a little bit. That was going to be a tough shot.
That was definitely a tough shot.
Yeah.
And that was Ottersbach, his second. So the fouls begin to pile up a little bit. So 24-18. And Northern
certainly to keep him off the line because he can shoot the free throws.
Already at 12 on the night. 13 now points for Brandon Northern. 26-18. The lead stretched back out to 8. Pickerel.
Northern trying to force him left.
Now into the hands of Higdon. Higdon thought about stepping back. Gives it up to Pickerel instead. Now Ottersbach, and around the horn to Connell. And new in the game, Tackett, number 5 there. Had it in his hands for a moment. And then Higdon, a little give and go. Pickerel, and he's forced down on the baseline and forced out of bounds.
Good job there. He had no place to go.
Turn to the baseline instead of maybe trying to look back right to the rim.
Yep.
Henderson triggers it in to Northern. Northern crosses timeline, gives it up to Shane at right wing, and right wing kind of lost it. Shane lost the handle, but Wheeler bailed him out. Now Northern from the elbow, jump shot won't go. Higdon rips down the rebound and gets it to Pickerel.
Yeah, they're still in good shape, still an 8-point game.
It's been as lead has been as large as 10 for the Dragons, but couple of times Charlestown's cut that down to 5. Pickerel takes the drive, gets down in underneath, gives it up. Connell now to Higdon. Higdon takes the 3, bangs it home. Carson Higdon.
Great ball movement there.
And Northern to Shane. Shane from the wing gets it to go. And the whistle, I thought they were going to wave that off, but I'm not sure. So they're saying the field goal was good. So that was Trey Shane.
3-point basket number 20.
So Trey Shane with the 3-point basket makes it 29-21, but then we had a foul. Was there a foul? Yes.
Yeah.
The foul was on Wheeler, number 22. He's the only 22 on either roster, so that's who's had to commit the foul.
Charlestown's got 1-on-1 now.
Yeah, so that will send Carson Higdon to the line. As Nate Davidson checks in and Hoffman goes to the bench.
I think the fouls are causing the teams here to go a little bit deeper than they may like to.
So Higdon eyes it, can't get it to go, and pulling the board down was Cameron Wheeler. So back to an 8-point lead for the Dragons, chance to extend to 10 or maybe even 11. Wheeler out high, around the horn, Shane to Davidson. Davidson takes it inside, gets it to go, and the foul.
Boy.
Basket's good by number 33.
So the sophomore, Nate Davidson, comes in, takes it hard to the hole, gets fouled, and still muscles it up and has a chance for the 3-point play.
Charlestown got beat off the dribble there, and no one really, the help came late. That caused the foul.
And the shot up, and high off the glass, wouldn't quite go. Higdon comes down with the rebound, gets it to Pickerel, who will slowly bring it across timeline. Over halfway gone here in the second quarter. And then trying to dump the ball down inside. Helton lost the handle. Another turnover for Charlestown.
That was a tough pass for him to catch, though. That was, that's something that's got to be on the passer, too, there.
Across the timeline comes Northern. Dumps it off to Henderson. Henderson back to Northern, tries to take it down the right side, but meets Pickerel. Little shake and bake, gets in underneath, and then takes a hard fall there. But he's okay. So
again, that was a really tough shot by Northern, and they kind of bailed him out a little bit there.
Otter's back with his third, so he's going to have to check out of the game. Looks like Connell will come in for him as Brandon Northern living at the line here at present. That's his third straight made free throw.
Gets this one. We're up to 12 here now. Start getting a little bit.
Starting to get away a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting away. They got to try to keep it here within 8 to 10 points here at halftime.
15 points for Northern thus far. Pickerel out high, dumps it off. Right side to French, down inside. Higdon to Connell. Connell shoots the three, won't get it to go. Helton pulls that rebound out and gets it to French. Pickerel drives it, gets it to Connell. Connell shoots the three short off the iron, and coming up with it is Davidson. Davidson to Northern. Northern around Pickerel, lays it up and in. And a timeout on the floor with our score. The Silver Creek Dragons 35 and the Charlestown Pirates 21. 2:38 remains when we return here on Glicod.
Opioid overdoses in Clark County are at record highs. That's why the Clark County Health Department is now training volunteers to administer to victims of opioid abuse the drug Narcan, which may reverse its effects. To find out when and where CPR and Narcan training will be available, visit clarkhealth.net. You can help control the opioid epidemic. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
2:38 remains here in the second quarter as you are tuned in to Glicod coverage, Southern Indiana High School basketball. The defending 3A state champions, Silver Creek Dragons, against the Charlestown Pirates, and the Dragons have stretched out to a 14-point lead here in this first half. And Jeff Cooper, just your thoughts on how both teams have played.
Well, Charlestown has made some shots. Way too many turnovers. Again, a young team, you kind of expect that. If you're Brandon Hoffman, I'm pleased with the way Silver Creek's playing defense. I mean, they're ball denial. They're making every pass tough on Charlestown. They're shooting the ball well, fairly well. Not really from three-point range, but two-point range especially. So I think you got to be happy if you're Coach Lynch. You're pleased that you're playing close here, but you got to keep it close here by halftime.
Pickerel brings it across timeline, gets it to Helton. Helton gives it back up to Pickerel. So looking right, trying to find Higdon. Does, out on that right wing. Pickerel, and through the hands of Tackett, and then to Higdon, and another turnover.
Yeah, shuffled his feet a little bit there. If they're denying these passes like this, you'd like to see Charlestown maybe run some backdoor cuts or something to try to loosen that up. But the way they run their offense, they're not set to do that.
Back in the ball game is Murley, and gives it back up. There to Garton on the baseline. Now Northern, and he finds Hoffman. Walker Hoffman underneath, and he hits from point-blank range.
Oh, nice look by Northern there.
Nice assist is right, and that is, yes, Walker Hoffman. That is the coach's son, the freshman.
It's now 11 turnovers for Charlestown. They're trying to hit those sides no matter what there, and they're obviously making it really tough.
So Northern gives it up to Shane. Shane top the key, goes left to Hayden Garton. Back to Northern. Northern working against Pickerel. Trying to figure out how to split that double team. And finally gives it up to Murley. Out to Shane. Shane for three. Oh, it won't quite fall. And we've got to push in underneath.
Good ball movement there. Got an open look. You've got to take that.
And that's Murley with his second foul, 5'11" junior.
At the line for Charlestown, number 5, Aiden Tackett.
Tackett's got to knock these down here.
So Aiden Tackett, senior guard for these Pirates, scoreless thus far. Has a couple chances here from the free throw line.
Nope.
Off hard on the left there. Northern comes down with the rebound.
Tell you what here, Charlestown's been scoreless the last 2 or 3 minutes. That's really going to hurt them.
Hoffman finds Murley down low, and he puts it right up and in. Cooper Murley knew what to do with it when he got that nice pass from Hoffman.
That's just a basic flex cut right there.
Pickrell trying to work against Northern. Dumps it off to Tackett. Now French left wing. Back to Tackett and French. Little pitch and catch there.
Todd, I think Charlestown's a little bit tired right now. I mean, they.
And we got a push. Trey Shane just gave Jake Helton a little shove there. That's Shane's first foul.
Number 20, Trey Shane is first, team's ninth.
Which should be noted just from the fact that he has broken up so many passes and been involved in so many defensive plays to only have one foul. He is all energy.
Yeah, he just plays really hard. There we go.
Jake Helton knocks down the first of the free tosses there.
Breaks that schneid there.
39-22.
See if Silver Creek goes for one here.
And both knocked home by Helton. He's got 4 points thus far on the evening.
The Pirates need to stop here to go into halftime, something positive.
And Northern cleans those shoes off a little bit, and he looks happy to. No, he's going to shoot it. I didn't expect that. Walker Hoffman goes up, gets the rebound, and gets it to go.
Wow.
And then Northern catches the ball trying to fall out of bounds and pitch it up towards the goal. It won't go. 41-23 is our halftime score here at Silver Creek High School. We'll have some stats for you when we return here on Glicod.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
Halftime here at Silver Creek High School, where the home Dragons lead the Charlestown Pirates 41-23. And it's time for our halftime stats. Tonight's halftime numbers brought to you by Centra Credit Union. They're centered around you. And we will, on our stats box there, we'll give you scoring from both teams. Let me read through them, though. Carson Higdon, and I think I said 6, and I already messed it up. It's actually, or I said 5, and I messed it up. It's 6. Carson Higdon leads the Pirates with 6. Austin Pickerel has 5. Jake Helton has 4. 3 apiece for Connell and Ethan French, and 2 points for Trace Thierman. For the home Dragons, Brandon Northern has 17, which is quite an impressive first half score. Trey Shane was 7. 4 points for Walker Hoffman. 2 apiece for Nate Davidson, Zach Stricker, Cooper Murley, and Kyle Roberts. Now for the team stats, Jeff Cooper.
Well, Silver Creek is shooting unofficial, 16 out of 30 for 53.3%, but from two-point range, they're 13 out of 17, 76.5%. 23.1% for three-point range, 3 out of 13. 6 of 7 from the line, 12 rebounds, 5 turnovers. For Charlestown, they only attempted 11 shots the first half. They made 7 for 63.6%. 3 out of 3 from two-point range. They only took 3 two-point shots that first half. 4 out of 8 from 3. Of course, that's 50%. 5 out of 8 free throws, 62.5. 5 total rebounds and 11 turnovers. That's the big killer right there for Charlestown.
Absolutely. I want to take this opportunity to remind you that you can catch the Kentucky 6A football championship at Kroger Field in Lexington between the male Bulldogs and the St. X Tigers on WFIA 94.7. Glicod bringing you that with Chris Labar and Bob Redmond on the call. Again, that's that 6A Kentucky football championship on WFIA between male and St. X. Saturday night, 8 p.m. on WFIA 94.7. Let's jump away, hear from some of our wonderful sponsors as we are here at halftime. And when we come back, we'll talk briefly about second half on Glicod.
A credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyniers Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyniers can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyniers Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Opioid overdoses in Clark County are at record highs. That's why the Clark County Health Department is now training volunteers to administer to victims of opioid abuse the drug Narcan, which may reverse its effects. To find out when and where CPR and Narcan training will be available, visit clarkhealth.net. You can help control the opioid epidemic. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glicod.
41-23 our score here at Silver Creek High School. The Dragons on top of the Charlestown Pirates. Our broadcast crew tonight, I'm Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me is Jeff Cooper, our analyst. Colby Martin is running our on-site production, and Yahir Velasco is our cameraman. He's a student here at Silver Creek High School, and we thank him for that. Well, your quick thoughts here, Jeff, coming out of halftime for both teams.
Wow, Silver Creek, pretty impressive first half, especially on the defensive end. To hold Charlestown to 3 2-point attempts. I mean, they got to get more than that, obviously. They can't just shoot three-pointers. Now, if they start making a bunch of them and get back in it really quickly. But for Charlestown, they just threw a lot of passes away, some unforced turnovers,
Sure.
They set up on the side over there, and they're leaning out trying to get the ball, and they did, Silver Creek's doing such a good job denying that first pass. So I would like to see them try to, maybe cut back door and run somebody else out there to get the ball. But, again, it doesn't seem like their offense is really set to do that. Both teams have, gotten a little bit of fouls, the early stuff, obviously. But I think if it comes down to a little bit of depth here, Silver Creek's going to be a little bit deeper. First 3 minutes are very important for Charlestown. It's a cliche, but, they got to get this thing cut down to the 4-minute mark at about at least get it down to 10, 8 maybe, to have a chance.
All right. Okay, well, let's step away. When we return, we'll have third quarter action for you here on Glicod.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School basketball on Glicod.
As we are set for third quarter action here on Glicod from Silver Creek High School, the Dragons have built this 41-23 lead. The Charlestown Pirates will have the ball first here in the second half. Pickrell working against Northern and dumps it off Higdon there, and now into the corner to Ottersbach. Higdon again. Thought about the three, but dumps it to Ottersbach, left wing. Now Higdon puts it on the floor, takes it up, has it knocked away, no foul. So two-shot foul coming.
Silver Creek foul number 22.
And that was Cameron Wheeler, his second.
Team's first.
Got beat off the dribble and fouled. And
so Higdon had 6 at the break, but he was short off the front iron there. Second up, and hard off back iron. So Northern coming off a 17-point first half, 31-point performance in the first game. Really having a good 2021-2022 season thus far, 2 games in. That was Roberts that missed on that jump shot. Higdon just about had his pocket picked. Now Pickerel with it. Back to Higdon. Tries to get the handle. And trying to pitch it down low to Thierman, right through his legs into the hands of the Dragons. Shane to Northern. Northern puts it on the deck. Drives. Great first step there.
Yep. Little pump fake got his, and they've just called their last timeout.
So full timeout on the floor. We will take a timeout as well when we return. 43-23, third quarter here on Glicod.
Community. We are seeing increased cases.
Oh. Minor technical difficulty there, just a little computer freeze problem, but we are back to live action. Missed our spots, but we'll pick that up later. We did not miss any game action, though. Whistle and
5-second call.
5-second call, yeah. Yep. Another turnover by Charlestown.
I have a feeling that about 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, if they keep this pressure on them, they're going to wear out, and we could get a running clock. They probably got one more run left in them, but they're already gassed.
Shane into Northern, gets into traffic in there, passes back out of it to Wheeler, and then finds Stricker on the left side. He drives it and gets it to fall.
Yep, no help there.
45-23. Pickerel with it, crosses timeline. And we should mention again, this Charlestown team, they graduated just a slew of players last year. Shot up, won't go, as Wheeler comes down with it. And so they lost, graduated 8 players. Northern with the 3, bangs it home.
Yeah, they're very inexperienced. I mean, they're playing hard, but they're just a little bit outmatched tonight.
Pickerel does get across the timeline, dumps it off there to Thierman. Otter's back, top of the key. Now left side, Pickerel. Works it down to the left, gets trapped, and finds Thierman. Thierman up and.
Second. At the line for Charlestown, number 35.
So Carson Higdon with 6 thus far on this, but unless I'm mistaken, he's missed free throws thus far.
These free throws kind of straight on. Now, that had a good arch to it.
There it went. So Higdon with his 7th point on the evening. Stricker shoots the 3 off the side of the iron there. Otter's back, tracks it down for Charlestown. Now Pickerel across timeline. Works it back right. Gets it to Helton. Helton trying to find Thierman down low. And then stepping in that passing lane, Hayden Garton. Head to Northern. Northern steps back, shoots the 3, buries it.
I mean, there's just no way to defend that. There really isn't.
25 points for Northern. Well, and last year, of course, it was a three-headed monster, and Northern wasn't called on. He was called on to distribute and then bail folks out once in a while.
Yeah.
And Northern with the pick and takes it to the other end, gets a shot up. He was fouled. He will go to the line.
And Shane hit the net there, so if that ball would have bounced in, it wouldn't have counted.
Charlestown foul number 32, Hilton, his third, team's first.
Well, so I was about to say that Northern last year really was, you know, he was the pressure release valve, you know, when they tried to pack it down in on Wren and Kaufman-Wren and Jacoby. But
he scored when he had to score last
right,
year.
exactly. But this year, he is, you can tell he's got the green light.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's definitely one of the top guards in the state of Indiana.
I don't know that down here he's getting as much play as maybe he should be, but a 31 point to start as Northern checks to the sideline, and 27 tonight. You're going to have a high 20s average. That's going to make you get noticed sooner or later.
Well, with 2 state championships, I mean, you would think he would have a little bit more notice, but, you know.
Higdon gets it over to Thierman. Thierman drives the lane, can't get it to go. Ottersback grabs it, and he's fouled underneath.
Good effort there, tough shot, and went right back after and got the rebound.
Ottersback scoreless will go to the free throw line. Hayden Garton.
Well, it's good to see Charlestown taking the ball to the basket, though.
Ottersback gets that first one to go. Ottersback battling for it in there, too, with 3 fouls. So it was good to see him in there working hard at that. Eyes the second and knocks that one home, too.
You know, they're not going to quit. I mean, that's obvious. They just may run out of steam here, but they're not going to quit.
And that was Garton there on the baseline, had the ball tipped out of bounds.
Now, that time the help got there in time to at least block the shot.
Roberts to trigger. Finds Hoffman. Now Northern back in the game after a quick little blow there. And into Hoffman, just puts it right up and in with the left hand. Nice shot.
Oh, that was a lefty move there, big fella.
So Hoffman has 6 points, 3 made field goals.
I'll tell you what, it hasn't shown with stats, but Northern has made Pickerel work like crazy just to get the ball into the offense, just to get them in their offense. Shane's got the steals, but.
And that's Helton. Can't get it to go. Jump shot just inside the free throw line. Roberts comes down with it, takes it to the elbow, knocks it home. Kyle Roberts rattles that one in, makes it 59-28.
Close to the running clock here.
2:23 left, third period. Pickerel dumps it off. Right side, Thierman can't get the 3 to go. Ottersback battling in there with Roberts.
Again, great effort there, Bo.
Absolutely.
Ottersback, he's
ball going to be out on the end line, helping to trigger.
Pickerel, he's back in